Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8-5, and 8-5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go. I copied a while ago, 1 Charlie transmission that my thing used, November, go, 1 Charlie, and 8-5, this is 7 November, Charlie. Now 1 Charlie, 7 November, go.
This is 1 Charlie, welcome to your last. You're Brandon 158 extra 5 500 between teams and local. Also request 3 units take outbound Nexus to see if we can try to get Whiskey 9 and 8 for pause. This is a pleasure, all right.
And this is 7 November, Roger, stand by.
Got that.
Got it? Alright. And all units, this is 7 November Golf. My unit Alpha, Echo, X-ray Alpha Alpha in there.
One Charlie, Alpha Bravo.
Hey, I never took a dip. I forgot to take a dip.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
This is Whiskey 9, go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
This is Whiskey 9, go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8-5, and 8-5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go.
Welcome to another live stream on the CIVDIV. I'm answering your VA disability questions. We have tons of questions in the chat already. That's great. No questions, no live stream. I got AirPods in because I am listening to music, and YouTube will get mad if we all listen to music. So it just is what it is. Okay. Maybe next time I'll start a jam session and put it up in Discord, maybe. Ooh, you know what? Start a jam. You know what? I'll do that anyways. I don't think anyone's going to join, but hey, if you want to listen to what I listen to, which is Jesus music, it's in the non-member chat. If you know, you know. Okay. Anyways. All right. Let's start answering some questions. Sorry, that was a really long intro. I'm about to. All right. What's up? Shane Adams, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. This is the pinned comment up here. Do not forget to, member or not, join the Discord, okay? That's where you get all your updates from. I answer questions. We have a team that answers questions, and then members have the Q&A that I answer every question in there no matter what. We could have had a good life. What are you Are you on crack? Do you like drugs? Rudy Perez is Hundo Club. Okay, congrats. I assume that means you. I cannot pronounce your name. I am sorry. I'm going to call you Mr. Rayford. I had my claim go from step 5. Oh, dude, this. Yeah, thank you for that, Nuclear. This is a good idea. Now I feel entertained. I had my claim go from step 5 to step 3. My VSO said it's because when they requested my service treatment records, they realized they didn't have my entrance physical exam. Is that normal? Super normal. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even check your claim status because it's just going to hop around. You're not going to understand why. It's not going to help you with your claim at all. It's just going to give you stress and anxiety. So my advice would be just to not check it. And I don't know, that's hard to do, okay? But it's normal. Billy Hartman, thank you for being a member as well as a squad leader. I appreciate that. Says, do not forget to like and subscribe and join the Discord. B. Hartman over here is one of the squad leaders in the chat. You don't go up there to fish. Dude, this guy is on. This guy is on some hard drugs, dude. Stay away. Drugs are bad, kids. Anyways, Mark Urich says, need your help, man. Got my sleep apnea denied, secondary to PTSD. My VSO was shocked. Any advice, or maybe we can chat offline to get a successful claim? Well, I don't know why no one should be shocked if sleep apnea secondary to PTSD is denied. In fact, it's a coin flip whether it's connected or not. There's a few factors I would like to see what the opinion was. CMP examiner opined, blah, 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 blah. That's somewhere in the decision letter. But I do one-on-ones. I was actually supposed to be on one right now, and that person was 15 minutes late. That's my cutoff. You're 15 minutes late, we got to reschedule. But if you're watching this, dude, sorry. Let me know a few more times that we can reschedule this. But I do one-on-ones, Mark. Join the Discord. You'll find all the information in there. John McConnell. This guy does, I'll give you a shout out real quick. Let me look up the channel here. The Military Retirement Podcast, I think. Yes, it is. Okay. I knew that because I'm a genius. So I'll answer your question here in a second. I didn't read your full thing. Oh, I forgot to do that. They have a channel. I've been on this podcast before. They're almost at 1,000. Look at that. They're almost at 1,000 subs. Where's my video at? I bet it's the most popular. No, it's not. Boo. How am I not the number one anymore? Boo. Where am I? Oh, am I way down here? What the heck? I'm sad. I'm sad boy now. Okay, anyways. Check them out. Oh, I guess I should link that into the chat. There we go. All right. About to eat some dinner, but if you and Jason want to come on to... Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll have to get back up there. All right. Question in regards to effective date, 96. I filed a claim for lower back pain with my service treatment records. There's 4 isolated incidents. I didn't realize this claim existed until last... Hold on. Last year, I filed a supplemental, and I'm curious to know effective date would be the supplemental, or is it possible? Yeah, so 96 is not possible. If there is a queue, I would recommend to lawyer up. That's always my, if there's a possible queue, lawyering up is my recommendation because there's so many factors involved that are way over our head. You got to get a lawyer, in my opinion. But to answer your question, the answer is no. It'll go back to the intent to file date. There's a few other factors as well, but it depends. Mark, I'm in the same boat, denied secondary to PTSD. It's a 50-50 there. Shad Pipes says, good afternoon. What's up? P3, peace. Whatever. Everyone read that? Just from the videos, dude, that's crazy. Now, speaking on those videos, because people get real butthurt, I like to create disability information, and I like to create veteran-related news. That's it. Okay. Anyways, lots of news coming around lately. I think people are tired of it, but I'm still going to do it anyways. Crackhead Crackhead actual over here. Thank you, LG. I see that. Okay. Rudy got 70 on 31st of December, up from 10. Congrats. Good New Year's present there. My VSO was very confident at last. Yeah, there's no... anyone who says they're confident in sleep apnea secondary claim most likely doesn't understand the complexities of sleep apnea secondary. Not just that, but also the VA has to see the service connection as well. Doug James, thank you for being a member. Okay, I appreciate it. You're better than everyone else here. That's a stupid joke. Anyways, what would be the issue with filing for rhinitis and a secondary sleep apnea at the same time? Nothing. Nothing at all. You can do that. Now, I would want you to have evidence that shows your sleep apnea stems from your rhinitis, especially if you have like built up polyps that could cause obstruction. Absolutely. Henry Seaman, solid last name there, says howdy. I assume that's your last name. If that is, let me know because that is awesome. I would like to meet Mrs. Seaman personally. Humble Hatter. I got denied for foot and ankle in 2017. VA acknowledged my condition but didn't assess a rating. Wounded Warrior Project says they messed up. This is another implication of a Q. Again, if that is a possibility, lawyer up is my recommendation. There's way too many factors involved when it comes to Qs to actually prove a Q. Okay, clear and unmistakable error. But you were denied. They didn't assess it, but they didn't give you a rating because you were denied. So I would want to know what the basis for denial was specifically. Something's missing here, and your decision letter will tell you what that is. Can you explain what to do if you believe the VA didn't evaluate your claim for SMC? Yeah, I would just call. Right. Well, first, I would want you to have a accredited rep, whether that's like a VFW rep, a DAV rep, I don't care, just someone that you prefer to work with. That would be your first point of contact, but you can call the VA, and it depends on what SMC we're talking about, right? Like, is it SMCK, which is fairly easy, comparatively easy? Is it SMCS, L, the extreme, SMCT? Like, what are we talking about here? But yeah, regardless, speak to a VSO, assuming you have one. If not, you can call and just ask straight up why did it happen. But without knowing any other information, it's kind of hard for me to go about that. My eyes are watering for some reason. Okay. What are your thoughts on letting VSO conduct the informal conference for HLR? I'm not a big fan. If I'm doing it, listen, if I'm submitting a higher level review, I want to speak to a rater. That's the whole point of an informal conference. Me. Now, if your VSO is Johnny on the spot and they are, you know, what by my definition, really good at their job, which is different for everyone, then sure, go for it. Especially like if your knowledge is kind of way down here, that's fine. But if I do an HLR with an informal conference, I'm on the phone personally. So it depends on what is it that you're comfortable with. Can you do a video on copays with VA healthcare and how to build evidence through the portal? I mean, I think I've spoke about this, about sitting secure messaging. That's probably the best way to at least start the conversation to get evidence. That secure messaging, you can do it from your phone too. That video comes out tomorrow. Talks about the VA app on your phone. One of the best tools ever. As far as copays go, you know, if you have a primary insurance, you have to let the VA know that. And then copays, if you're 40% or below, it's be exempt for things that are service connected. If you're 50 and above, you can pretty much do whatever you want. That's the short version. Cabby23 says, I'm trying for 100% as well. Let's aim to be properly rated. Was awarded 0% for headaches and 10% tinnitus prior on this claim. Oh, you were so in luck, dude. You need to go to this channel here. This is the channel you're on right now. You need to hit playlist. You need to, now you're not going to see everything that I have. A lot of these are private. I probably shouldn't show people this anyways. You're going to go, how is this VA disability rated? You're going to see this video on how to go from 0 to 50 for migraines right here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to post it in the chat for you. But I got flat feet, mental health, knee. I mean, anything you could want here. Migraines 0 to 50%. Looks at evidence, what evidence you need. Everyone talks about migraine logs, which are good, but it's not the bee's knees, dude, at all. Not at all. I'm a fan of migraine logs when they're shared with your primary care. Not like, why would you keep it internal? It doesn't make any sense. Because it's for healthcare. Okay, anyways. My tinnitus and bilateral wrist was deferred, but hearing loss denied. What happens to my wrist and tinnitus? Well, it depends on your tinnitus. The part that sucks about this, and you'll see C&P exams now, I actually just saw one, where examiners are using the most updated information for tinnitus, hearing loss, and migraines as tinnitus as a symptom. And so if your hearing loss is denied, it's likely your tinnitus is going to be denied just due to medical advancements, we'll say. Okay. And we see that reflected in the VASRD changes. But you have tinnitus, so it stems from somewhere. And so I would really, really take a look at that. But deferred, what happens? We don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see how your claim comes back. It doesn't look too hot, just so you know, for tinnitus. Robert Eli Riddle. Thank you, Robert. Robert went to the VFW National Convention last year. He's called me multiple times, emailed. I think I hooked Robert up with a lawyer, I want to say in the past. Says, thank you for helping me get 100% PNT. Finally won my back pay question. Can you claim a dependent if they receive Chapter 35? That ship's gone. That ship is gone. Okay, now if they're in college and they meet the criteria for that, then sure. But there's an age, what is it, 24? There's another age criteria with dependents who are in school. So just double check on that. But hey, congrats on your PNC there. Okay, Jeffrey Houck. And for everyone who is wondering, I'm answering questions top down. We'll get through as many as I can. I'm on here till 3:50, which is in an hour and 20 minutes. So we got some time. I see that. I'll answer that here in a second. What's happening, homie? What's up? Hawk Tua, Jeffrey. Thank you for being a member. I would not have made that joke if I realized you were a member first. I apologize. Finally caught it live. Welcome. Day 124, post 3 C&P exams. Patiently waiting. Continuing to watch the videos in Discord. Can't thank you enough. Become a member and join Discord. Jeffrey, dude, listen, I'm not paying these people to say this. I appreciate it, though, Jeffrey. Yes, you should join the Discord. At a minimum, join the Discord. It's dope. It's sick. It's cool. We have a good time in there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull it up after I get through this. So first, Clayton C., thank you. Beautiful name you have there, brother. Beautiful name. Says, I feel super pretty, but my HLR got denied. I put in for a conference, and they never called me what to do. Okay, 1, that sucks. 2, your HLR is denied, so that forces you to do a supplemental claim. That's what you have to do. That or the board. Chances are supplemental claim is the answer. So it depends on why you were denied. Feel free, Clayton C., to go ahead and send me your decision letter. You've been on this channel long enough. Send me your decision letter, redacted, please, and I can give you not your HLR decision letter. I need your original decision letter that actually gives a reason on why it was denied in the first place. But send me that decision letter. I just put my email in the chat. No one else email me. Okay. Thank you. And last one is Meek Lion. What's up? How's it going? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't see any questions from you, Meek. Oh, Petty. Dude, you're okay. Hold on. We're gonna revisit that because that changes things. I want everyone to see this too. So Petty. So Clayton's 100% PNT. Do I recommend you do a supplemental claim now? There's one factor involved here. How much back pay is on the table? And is it worth it? Only you can answer that. Now, if we're talking like 10 grand plus, I think the answer is yes, personally. Like, that's worth it to me. If it's like a month or two, I don't know about that. So it just depends. But yeah, did you say pretty or petty? Oh, petty. I said pretty. That's, dude, my bad. Okay. All right. Before I answer the other chats, let me show you the Discord real quick. It's one of the best things I think this channel has done is this Discord right here. This is the Discord here. This is a non-member chat, what I call the loser chat. I'm joking. That's a joke, by the way. But there's questions. Like I just went live, so I posted that. Service connected chat, PNT chats, need to know, the shop, and then there's a daily scripture thing that I do, mainly for like mental health and stuff like that. And then there's private Q&A, VeteranAI, Nexus letters, VetCom. And then this is the members only chat. See, I have, anytime you see this symbol is I answered it. And so I have to answer basically all of these at some point. Anyways, that's the Discord. You should join. If you don't, I bet your butt stinks. Okay, it's just really bad joke. Sorry. Whoa. Messed up. I messed up. All right. Anyways, new member. Thank you very much, D4. I appreciate that. Be sure to join Discord, link your account, do all that stuff. It's all in there. And Billy Long. Let me see if you have any chats, Billy, because I don't see you had asked anything here. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Ooh, I can like these. I didn't know that. I like all these. Thank you so much, dude. Seriously, Billy, D4, Meek, Clayton, Eli. I definitely appreciate all of that. And then now, no offense, Q, dude. Wow. I'm shocked, blown away. Thank you. Seriously. Hey, Clay, I added sciatica in my original claim after coming off of active duty in 23. It was denied, and after appealing it twice, they finally approved it, but the effective date that was placed was for the appeal date. Super common. The VA gets effective dates wrong all the time. Now, there is a factor here, like facts found. So if your diagnosis changed, that could change the intent to file date, which doesn't happen as much as people says it happens. Regardless, what I would do if I were you is higher level review for the effective date. Okay, you can do it online. It takes you a whole 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do. Log on to va.gov, disagree with the decision, go to file claim online, disagree with the decision, and then choose effective date. And that will prompt the VA to do that. And those generally come back pretty fast because they're super easy to do. But one of the most common mistakes the VA makes, and I'm sorry that happened to you, but no sweat. It's not too big of a deal. It is an easy fix. Just do the HLR for the effective date. But thank you, dude. Wow. That's sick. That is awesome. Okay. Had a CMP for GERD in both of my knees. Is taking omeprazole daily for GERD enough for 10%? So it's not the medication, and I'm going to pull this up for you, actually. Here, let's do this together. I'm going to teach you how to fish right here. I'm going to teach you how to fish, so pay attention. This is, you go to Gunny Google, okay? They know everything. Then you go look at your condition, 3.8 CFR, ECFR. Boom. You can do that with any condition. Oh my gosh, I'm not even sharing the tab. Oh, what a dummy. Let's do that again. You type in your condition, 38 CFR, ECFR. Boom. You can do that with any condition. IBS, flat feet, mental health, I don't care. Then when you're here, you can't see it, but I'm hitting Control F, and I'm going to look up gastroesophageal reflux, and you'll see it right there. Bam. So this is it. So documented history without daily symptoms or requirement for daily medications. Without daily symptoms or requirement for daily medications. So you're not zero. Documented history of esophageal stricture that requires daily medications to control dysphagia, otherwise asymptomatic. So this is probably you, okay? And I'm guessing that based on this one comment that we have. So it's really hard for me to kind of guess. But this is what we see. So yes, it does look like 10%, but you still need the documented history of esophageal stricture. And you already have the medication, right? Most new GERD ratings are going to be 10%. Whoa, I think we have a big one here. Okay. Henry Walkowicz. Thank you for being a member. I definitely appreciate that. Seriously. Now, let's look at Thomas Knapp. Insane, dude. Insane. Thank you so much. This always makes me feel weird when this happens, but I definitely appreciate it. My wife appreciates it. My kids appreciate it. I can tell you that. They're going to get, more dumb toys from Target or whatever it is that they want. Wow, dude. But y'all know the deal. As of now, I like to do this part here. Thomas Knapp. Dude, wow. Thank you. Seriously. Don't even know what to say. I just feel weird. Now I'm awkward. I don't know what to do with my hands type of thing. Okay. Dude, Thomas, thank you, man. That's absolutely insane. Also, can my CMP examiner grant knee instability without a diagnosis during a... Technically, the answer is yes, but it depends on what if your evidence is stacked, then yes, of course. But keep in mind, CMP exams are one-time visits, and so they're very reluctant to diagnose, and as they should be, because that's not how it works. If you get a diagnosis, it's my opinion, it's from your treating physician, your primary care, private insurance. I don't care what that looks like for you. That's where your diagnosis should come from, in my opinion. Can you rely on CMP examiners? Yes. Heck, you can even use American medical experts, like if that's an option. If you don't have private insurance, your VA primary is, 3 months out for an appointment, that's an option. So I don't want you to take options off the table, but in my opinion, it should come from your treating physician. Personally, that's what I think. Okay. We have another one, dude. Shadow Master. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The new conditions on PACT Act, please explain bladder in detail. Example, urine apply. Okay. Let's go look at the VA press release first, which is, let me get this set up first. Okay. VA press, or no, VA news. And it will be the most recent one for right here. Yep. Boom. Okay. So first, let's look at eligibility criteria for this question. These are brand new presumptives, effective January 2nd and January 10th. Brand new. Okay. You are asking about urinary bladder, I believe. You're explaining bladder in detail, example urine. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. If you have, so these are cancers, okay? Affairs making it acute and chronic leukemias, myelomas, whatever the heck that word is, urinary bladder, and these conditions. Okay. Now, to be eligible for those, you need a diagnosis. That's what you need. Straight up, forget everything I just said. You need a diagnosis. If you don't got that, there's no claim. So that's step one. Now I'm going to assume you have a diagnosis. So now we need to look at eligibility criteria. And let me zoom this in for you because I'm sure it's hard to read. There we go. It looks a lot better. You're either a Gulf War veteran or post 9/11 veteran. Looking at Southwest Asia, which includes Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman, the Gulfs, basically 5th Fleet AOR. So cross the Suez prior to Pacific, 5th Fleet, to include the airspace. And there's a date here of August 2nd of 1990. And then post 9/11, Afghan, Iraq, Djibouti, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Uzbekistan, airspace, K2. That's a big change as well, K2. And then September, obviously, after 9/11. So, yeah. I don't know if that's the detail that you wanted. I hope it is. It's probably not. But yes, get a diagnosis. Whatever urinary bladder condition you have, especially if it's cancer is what we're talking about here, that's step one. If you have that and you're eligible, submit the claim. Don't worry about anything else. If you're eligible, you have the diagnosis, submit the claim. The VA will get it right. I promise. Okay. I hope that answered your question, dude. Currently rated at 60% for asthma with COPD and chronic cough. I take 50 milligrams of that medication. I looked at DBQ and I think this is considered a daily high dose. Should be 100. Okay, let's go check that out together. Let's do this. Okay, so first off, it is important to know that your 60% for respiratory is an absolute solid rating. Okay, let's look at asthma, 38 CFR, ECFR, COPD will be in the same respiratory system thing. Okay, so if you're looking at asthma specifically, here it is, bang. And so I don't have asthma, but I know that these are test results here. And so this is you right now. This rates 100%. High dose of that or immunosuppressive medications. And you have 50. Is that considered a high dose? And I'm going to ask Google. Is 50 mg of if you've been prescribed prednisone, you may have questions. One common concern is it a high dose? Okay. 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 When it comes to this dosage, I'm reading right here, it's important to note that it can vary widely depending on the condition being treated and individual patient factors. Dosages can range from as low as 2.5 to as high as 100. All right, or more. So you're about half of that. High doses are typically used for short periods to quickly control inflammation. How long have you been on that medication? One, Michael Jefferson. I can tell you right now, based on what I'm reading, that's enough for me to at least do a higher level review. I want to know how long have you been on it? Because if it's been, if it worked and now you're better, then I would probably shy away from that. And I'm just being very general there. But if you've been on that medication for a few months and that's current 50 milligrams, I think that's a higher level review personally. So it depends on your situation. And that's how I'm reading. Am I an expert in medication and a doctor? No, I am not. I'm some dude in his basement. So food for thought. But that is an absolute banger of a question there. That's a great question. HLR is my answer. All right, Quarantine 803. Hey, I did my BDD claims and exams 2 months ago. It was all automatic. I just typed in the claim. How do you know if it's done right and chances of approval? Yeah. I'm assuming that you did your own claims and you submitted that through va.gov. You would have had to submit your records and you would have had to submit your final physical or separation health assessment specifically. How is it done right? If you did it online, you can't mess it up for new claims because you're not even going to have the option for denials or secondaries or any of that. So it's probably done right. Chances of approval. It depends on your evidence, dude. Were you diagnosed in service? Were you seen for it in service? If you're not diagnosed in service, are you diagnosed now? Saying knee pain means absolutely diddly, poop, butt, squat. It means nothing. Having an x-ray showing arthritis in your knee, that's something else. So it just depends on what we're talking about here and what that looks like for you on a personal level. Are you not entertained? That's what I'm saying, dude. I try to be sometimes funny whenever I do these here. Hold on, I got a text on the phone. Need to make sure. Nothing crazy is happening. Okay. Timothy, part 1. Was granted FMC-M for loss of both feet. That, dude, I hate to hear that. Okay, part 1. We're gonna do this one. Timothy. Rated at 100% to have additional 50% ratings based on court case. Adjudicator refused to give additional. But adjudicator refused to give you the additional SMC half steps that are separate from the reasons you was granted SMC-L. What was that? M? M is higher. And I'm saying that off of memory. So is that our part 3 here? Do I file supplemental claim? It would be a higher level review. I'm not following. Okay, that changes things. A lawyer's floating around in my head, Timothy. Like if I'm you, what am I doing? A lawyer's floating around in my head. Having it reviewed is flying around in my head. Supplemental, I don't think is the right option here. Straight to the board would suck because you know that's going to take a long time. And I'm sure you know that more than most. I want to say lawyer, personally. I would go the lawyer route. I hate to give that answer, dude. But like if I'm you, SMCs are a little complicated. I think the lawyer route is what I would do if I were in your shoes. Pun not intended. That was a really bad one there. Okay. Ooh, skip. Change subject. Okay. Trying to add my VA disability. It's been over a year. They say it's an IT issue. That's weird. As long as everything is set, like you have your marriage certificate, your social security number, not yours, your spouse's, you'll get back pay for that. I would just call the VA. I would call them personally every day until they give you an answer that's not, it's an IT issue. All right. Sam, thank you for being a member. I appreciate that. Says, hi, Clay. I have a Nexus that was, excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Hi, Clay. I have a Nexus that was filled out by my doctor. They linked OSA as secondary to multiple service-connected disabilities. Yes, that's how it should be. That's perfect. That is exactly how it should be. All right. They keep taking me back to step 3 because it's an IT issue when it comes to my Wi-Fi. Thank you again, Clay. So I'm at 80%. My mental health, migraines, and back condition with radiculopathies. Hopefully they rate me properly this time around, but I have my last set of claims almost. Hey, congrats. Being properly rated is the goal. Hi, I put in for 100% temp disability for ankle. How long did it take to get approved? Was service connected at 0? We're talking like surgery. You're talking like TDIU. I'm going to assume surgery. But just because you're having surgery doesn't automatically rate that temp 100%. There are certain criteria and what that actually looks like. Like, obviously, an outpatient surgery, is it going to rate that? Okay. How much better is a P&T? It's a lot. It's a lot better. So first, benefits, differences between 100% and P&T off memory. So one's Champ VA for health insurance for your family. The other is Chapter 35, dependent education assistance. It does not get better than that. Chapter 35 is one of the best P&T benefits. You have state benefits, depending on what state you're in. Some states are fine with 100%. Some states are fine with 90%. Virginia is a 90% state for school. And then some require P&T, right? So it depends on your state. Those are the big ones. The student loan forgiveness is okay, is down. Those who are not P&T also rate the federal student loan forgiveness. Dental is up there. You get a dental benefit. And I think that covers everything. I got to be missing something. If I'm missing something, let me know. Okay. Hi, Clay. Oh, we have a member. Thank you very much. My last remaining CMP exam scheduled for the 4th with the same provider. Very, very common, especially locally, right? Because think how many CMP examiners are in your area. You know, I live in a super dense. I live in the Beltway of DC, and I saw the same CMP examiner 3 times. Okay. People who are asking about how to ask questions, you just type it in the YouTube comments. If you type it in Discord, I can't pull those up. I wonder if I can link this to Discord too. Maybe I'll look at that. Maybe not. Who knows? Okay. I have a buddy who I'm helping. She was sent to help with bad fires and BLM riots. Okay. As a reservist or National Guard, how do we find LOD letters, or should she just put in a claim and roll the dice? I would not roll the dice on reserve and guard. I'm pretty sure those were federally funded, so they do rate. Fact check me on that. I'm pretty sure that's right. But yes, any and all evidence from those specifically, I would not roll. There's no rolling the dice for guard and reserves. Guard and reserves get shafted more than anyone else, and it's not even comparable. So if you roll the dice, you will be denied. You need to submit that with evidence. I recently got a 10% rating for lumbar strain. The CMP examiner reported that I declined, unable to cooperate with testing range of motion, which is a lie. What should I do? Immediate 4138. immediate 4138. Submit that with your claim. Call the VA to make sure that they got your 4138. And 3, call the CMP exam company to complain on the rater. Now, you need to speak facts. Don't speak about emotions, feelings. No one cares about that, okay? You need to speak facts. What happened? What did not happen? Were you in pain? What does that look like? Okay, we got that one. Sorry, Timmy. Hi, Clay. Happy New Year, and thanks for all you're doing. Dude, thank you. Happy New Year to you. Appreciate that. Ready to submit sleep apnea, TMJ, ED, and a few others. Okay, with sleep apnea, that can absolutely raise your rating, especially at 50%. So you're at least looking at a 90 there. Kelly, what's up? I see your Discord messages. I haven't opened them yet. I haven't opened them because I want them to stay notified. So when I'm ready, I can do what we need to do. 90% IU, paid at 100. Got it. Do I need to worry about not actually being 100%? There's no need to file any further. This is there's some subtext here we need to address. Depends on you. If you don't want to work, not if you don't want to. Let me rephrase that. If you cannot work and that's the lifestyle that you're comfortable with, then go for it. That's fine. If you do want to work, you got a problem. Okay, because now you have to decide, am I going to work? Am I going to go this IU route? Am I going to submit more claims? What does that look like for you? That's a you question, right? Generally speaking, most people on IU can't work. Some like to volunteer a lot. If you get that joke, there it is. But yeah, depends. That's a you question. So the answer is no. Generally, the answer is no. Does my ETS physical have anything to do with the VA? Yes. Yes, it does. Your separation health assessment final physical is required for BDD claims. And I have sleep apnea and CPAP. What percentage are they giving that now? So the CPAP, 2 things here. There's many things. One, the changes aren't in effect yet at all. And we're doing this as a whole family right here. Okay. Everyone buckle in. I'm showing you something that's extremely important right now. I've made a playlist to make this stupid easy. That's actually not what I want. Okay, hold on. Now I've already gone down this road. Now we got to go down the road. Now we got to go. I know exactly what it looks like. Don't worry. Please tell me this link is in here. Mother poop. Okay, that's what I'm trying to find. It's easier if I do it this way. You see how that says April? There's no update yet. Once that changes, and trust me, you're going to know because YouTube's going to explode, then it'll be in effect, okay? And you're going to know that. They're going to tell you, whoa, wrong one. %. And if you look at the criteria for that, that's what I wanted to show, actually. If you look at the criteria for that, it's not the CPAP. That's a common misconception. It's not the CPAP that gives 50%. And I really don't like when people say that because it's not like a mouthpiece can also get 50%. Okay. So this is 50. Requires use of breathing assistive device, such as a CPAP. Some people can't wear the CPAP and they have a mouth guard, or there's other treatments other than CPAP. So it's your apnea episodes that rate that level of treatment. So even if you can't use a CPAP and you have a mouth guard, it doesn't mean you won't get 50%. I just want to make that clear. just in case there's people out there who don't like the CPAPs. Okay. Thomas Knapp. Dude, you don't have to do that again. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Clay, you've been very helpful and informative in my VBA journey over the past 2 years. Do you think IUPNT rating for veterans over 65 years is old and or 65 years old is safe and new administration coming up? Yes. I think all disability benefits are safe. Now, I have made a conspiracy video on that one. One of my favorite videos I've ever made. You'll find that. I'm going to explain my answer to your question here. But this tinfoil one right here, one of my favorite videos I've ever made ever. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Okay, I will answer this. Yes, you're safe. Especially IUPNT, you're 65 years old. You're good, dude. Okay, your ratings are absolutely fine. Now, I think what he's referring to is, I think more veterans will be service connected, just at lower percentages, especially due to all the VA SRD changes. That's totally my opinion. Now, I think I'm right, but I guess we'll have to find out. I'm about to submit a migraine claim secondary to tinnitus, but my primary doctor diagnosed me with tension headaches regardless of her taking my symptoms into account. Is this going to be a problem? No, it's not going to be a problem. The problem is the secondary basis to begin with, which is a whole other story. But no, tension headaches and migraines, claim. Part 1. We really like doing parts here. I've been denied 3 times for sleep apnea secondary to rhinitis. I finally got a good CMP exam in my supplemental. VA doctor wrote me a free Nexus letter with scientific links. Okay. How will they weigh this versus previous denials? I mean, it's new and relevant evidence, and it depends if your Nexus letter from your VA doctor, which is good, your treating physician or referred care did that for you. That's awesome. So it carries weight. I don't want to say it's favorable. It does look really good, but it depends on the basis of denial and then the basis of the Nexus letter. I don't think there's a part 3 here. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. I did not file for 20 years. Just got approved with tinnitus. Can I file secondary conditions right away or wait? Man, food for thought. I really don't like tinnitus secondary claims because the evidence states otherwise. Back in the day, sure. Just so everyone knows, that's my position. Can you file secondaries to tinnitus or do you have to wait? No. You can do it right now. That's fine. Now you need evidence for your tinnitus and your whatever condition we're talking about and how those are linked together. We have Tom Bombadil, member for 8 months. 4 more months to you'll hit your 1 year mark. Thank you, Tom Bombadil. Lord of the Rings legend. Tolkien himself incarnate. We don't know. Thank you, Tom. And Sean K. Math. Welcome to being a new member. Maybe in 8 months you can be as cool as Tom Bombadil. No, I'm kidding. Thank you very much. Be sure to download Discord. Link your account. It's all right there. If you need help, don't worry. We got people on Discord that will help you do that. Y'all got lucky against the Gators. We had a very tough game. Both teams played really well. Kentucky ended up playing a little better. When does the new mental health proposals go into effect, or have they already? So they haven't. We don't know. It's likely to be April. Now, I will speak on that. Also, how long do you have to file a supplemental claim? 1 year for back pay. Supplemental claims can be forever. So if you were denied 10 years ago, you can still do a supplemental claim. HLR is off the table. Supplemental claims not. Now, speaking on the why, here's the situation with the changes. You have a new administration coming in, and they have priorities. And these priorities have been stated. Budget's number one. I've made a lot of budget videos, and people get really mad saying it's smoke. It's not. People who are saying that are oblivious to what's happening. Budget is the number one concern, right? The VA is operating on a continuing resolution. That's a CR. That's not good. And then you have the staff, the employment. You have community care. Those are the top three issues. Notice how VA SRD changes are not up there. So could these changes be pushed back a little bit more? I think so. I think it would be reasonable. Could this new administration just come out swinging? I'm talking just cranking home runs left and right. Yes, very well could. And if that happens, then we would see these changes happen in April or sooner, right? Or close to April. So those are kind of the two scenarios, at least I have going on in my head for that. Hope that makes sense. James Johnson, what's up? Thank you for the smiley there. I appreciate it. Psh. We have, dude, you don't have to do that again. I appreciate it, though. Again, I appreciate you, bro. Got my migraines at 50%. Awesome. Congrats. Refiled 2 months after I was denied. Can I do an HLR for an earlier effective date, 12 months of back pay? Yeah, if your migraines, well, hold on. It depends on what pushed your migraines to 50. If you already had the evidence and you did a higher level review and it was connected at 50 from that, then your effective date was your HLR. That's wrong. If you submitted new and relevant evidence, that's probably the right effective date. So it depends on exactly what we're talking about. Also send me that in the email too, because there's a few factors involved as to what would allow you back pay to the original intent to file versus what it is now. All right, we got about 40 more minutes. It's my lifeline. I know it's bad. But it helps me going. Wounded Warrior Project told me to kick rocks on the sleep apnea because it was addressed. It wasn't addressed while I was active duty. Well, for direct, sure. Which is likely, but there's still Terra involved in there. Kick rocks wouldn't be the correct answer. So Terra is another form of direct kind of. Terra is like direct and secondary put together. And then you have you still have the secondary option as well. So that depends. Okay. My buddy who isn't getting out of active duty until next year got a CPAP prescribed. Is there a chance for him getting rated? So let's just hypothetically say the sleep apnea changes go into effect April 1st of 2025. What does that mean for everyone who's in service? It means that you guys aren't getting the old rate. All right, you're just not. And I wouldn't worry about that. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I don't care when you file your BDD claim. It's your effective date, which is when you leave service. I'm saying it that way just so everyone knows if you're active duty and changes happen, that's it. Changes happen. Okay. Hope that answered your question there. Brian Koopman says, I'm a member. You are a member. You're very handsome. You're strong, I bet. I bet the ladies love you. You let them know that you're a member of the CIVDIV on YouTube. That's the pickup line right there. That's all you need, baby. That's all you need. All right. Matthew Blankenhorn says, I'm helping my friend with the DIC. Sorry to hear about that. She was just denied, and we were working on an appeal to submit. Here's the plan of information. Vets was boots on ground on Korea and Vietnam. I'm going to assume they weren't service connected. I'm also going to assume that they passed away of a heart condition. If that's the case, Agent Orange, hypertension, death certificate related to heart condition and hypertension, that would be the plan. Now I'm using that scenario because I've seen a lot of claims in that kind of cookie cutter answer. But if that's not your specific situation, it would still surround that kind of concept. Whatever the cause of death is, needs to be service connected in some way, shape, or form. Easy Rollins, thank you very much. Thoughts on back pain secondary to flat feet? Difficult. Musculoskeletal conditions. And I actually just did a video on this too. I'm going to link it. I'm going to explain it, but I'm going to link that too, just for a longer, well thought out explanation. You know what's funny is when I make videos on VA disability topics that are solid information, they normally don't do as well as news videos. What does that tell you? Okay. This is secondary, easy, hard. Okay. So here's your answer. Make myself big here. Musculoskeletal conditions secondary to other musculoskeletal conditions is a difficult claim. I don't care if it's bilateral, back to feet, feet to back, they're difficult. In all shapes and forms, they're difficult. Now, the best chance you have is bottom up. So pronounced, severe, marked pronation, flat feet, bilateral, over time. That's 50%, by the way. Could cause ankle issues, knee issues, hip and back issues. Ground up is better, which you have here. So I don't know, like how severe, like what flat feet are we talking about? Are they 10%? Meaning, yeah, you got flat feet, but you all right? You know, that's a lot different than pronounced, marked pronation, flat feet, bilateral. So those two things are my first questions, right? The severity and what that looks like for you, bilateral, unilateral. So the answer is it's difficult, but definitely doable. I've seen it service connected multiple times. Just depends on what your evidence is. Hi, Clay. In your opinion, do the presumptives for radiation exposure apply to all MOSs, including submarine sailors? I think you are putting two things together that are not the same. You have exposure, which is not presumptive. It requires an opinion. Then you have presumptives. Now, there are atomic presumptives, which I'll show you that right now. I think that's what you're asking about, is the atomic presumptives, but just in case, go to the Gunny Googles here. VA presumptive list. Go to this PDF. Boom. Okay, this is your presumptive disability benefits. POW, Vietnam, atomic veterans, radiation. These are presumptives. If you're not talking about this, then you're talking about exposure, which is not presumptive. It still requires an opinion. There's your criteria. Do you meet this criteria in these places at these times? Paducah, Kentucky? I would blow my brains out if I was stationed in Paducah. Okay. And the specific presumed conditions include all of these. These are presumptives. If you're not talking about this, then you're talking about Terra, I assume. But what's my opinion on it? Veterans should document the level of exposure. So for instance, let's talk about a burn pit. Someone who stirred wag bags day in, day out, 8 hours a day, that level of exposure way up here, someone who slept 200 meters away from the burn pit because they were E6, their exposure is down here. You want to describe the level of exposure within your evidence, right? Because you're doing an exposure claim. So it shifts how we present our evidence. Now, that's the short version. Never fear. I have a video on that. And I'm going to show you exactly where that's at and link it for you. Looking at exposure claims and really tailoring your evidence to the exposure claim. I know exactly what the thumbnail looks like. Just give me a second. It's like white. It's got some green stuff in it for exposure. It looks... There we go. Right there. Bam. Psh, psh. Now, just to be clear, this video I'm linking is not presumptive. It's for exposure, which is different. Billy Hartman. Yep. Awesome. Perfect. Solid answer. Thank you for that. Okay. D4. Thank you for joining as a member today and donating. You don't have to do that, especially for members. You guys have the member-only chat and Discord. I retired April 24. Congratulations. I filed my claim in November 24. It's still under review. I have new diagnosis since then. Should add the new information to the existing claim or should I start a new claim? Immediately, the first year is a critical window. Not for presumptives, although they are there. Tinnitus, hearing loss. Where was it? Tinnitus, hearing loss. I think asthma is in there. Whatever. There's a few one-year presumptives. Regardless, that is like your golden hour of your claim window is 1 year post-service. Submit everything. New claim, I would do that today, right now. Submit it. Right. To give you an example, I had zero medical evidence of my back. None. Zero. Submitted the back claim within that 1 year window. Boom, service connected radiculopathy, the whole nine. Had I waited 2-3 years, denied, 100%. Not going to happen. So, yes, critical. Perry, I think I forgot you. I'm so sorry, Perry. Terry Perry, lovely Perry. Thank you for being a member. Be sure to download Discord, join the server, link your account, do all the things here. I see we've had a good number of people join within the last hour. So this is cool. All right, cool beans. Cool beans. Thomas, Knapp, and you joined. Dude, my guy. Okay. Look at this. Thomas has this, and a member. Way too much, dude. I definitely appreciate it. I'm grateful forever. Thank you. Welcome to the team. You are now officially better than everyone else you've ever met in your entire life for becoming a member. You can tell them, I'm a member of CIVDIV. I'm better than you, and I know it. All right. SL Gergen says, claim sleep apnea secondary to rhinitis. VA ordered medical opinions for direct connection in Terra. No secondary, no denial. Advice on should I try to correct before Rater looks at it or wait it out? Okay, hold on. I need to break this down. Secondary rhinitis. Direct. So if they order direct in Terra, it's probably because the secondary is going to be denied. The VA is obligated to look at Terra and direct. I don't know what you would correct anyways. I would probably wait it out would be my advice. Wait it out. In the meantime, you could still continue to gather evidence for either secondary or exposure, whatever it is you want to, whatever route you want to go. It seems like it's secondary. Assume denial, gather evidence, but write it out. There's no fixing anything. At least that's what I would do if I were you. Robert B says, I had a supplemental claim closed where a Nexus was not in the list of evidence. With the closed status, will the claim still hold its original intent to file? I mean, why? Okay. Why was a supplemental claim kicked back? Was it they didn't find new and relevant evidence? Was it the supplemental claim went through the process, they developed your claim, so accepted the appeal, developed your claim, and then it came back as denied? To answer your question, that part I can do. You can appeal and appeal and appeal and appeal from you're 22 years old to 79, as long as you're within that 1 year window and diagnosis doesn't change. There's a few other factors there. You will rate back to your intent to file. Right? So that answers your question. But there's something else happening here. That's hard for me to infer. Hope that makes sense, dude. All right, started claim in November. Still within 300. I have a new diagnosis since I filed my first claim. Hey, we got that D4. The answer is yes. Unequivocally, the answer is yes. Nathan, we got that. Can I submit a buddy statement with e-signatures? Sure. He was granted the Terra, but no service connection because a death certificate says malnutrition. Oh, man. Vet had kidney cancer resulting in removal of kidney and went on his life having chronic kidney disease. Was he on dietary restrictions so I know a lot about kidneys, and I wish I didn't. Was it for like a dietary, like were they on a dietary restriction? Most people that have kidney disease, especially removals or transplants, end up being on a dietary restriction or a fluid restriction. Maybe that's a route you can take. And what kind of kidney disease was it? Was it like recessive? Was it polycystic? Without knowing the fine details of it, that's the route I would take. Looking at what kind of kidney disease was it? Was there a dietary restriction? Could that have been like used as an intermediate step? Kind of like how obesity is used as an intermediate step. Same concept there. At least that's my initial thoughts. Kidney disease, I would still look at Agent Orange and hypertension. We know hypertension leads to all kinds of issues. Kidneys are one of them. Okay. There are quasi-presumptives for hypertension. It's stroke, heart, and I want to say kidney. I know exactly where that's at. Hold on. Now, I'm going to go to one of my favorite tools ever, which is none other than Reddit. Let me log in. I don't want you to see my information because I have no idea what my stuff is on here. Okay, this is it. Let's go to one of the best resources for veterans to use is Veteran Benefits subreddit. Let's go to knowledge base. If you don't know what I'm doing right now, I'll link a video for you. We're going to go to the master condition list. We're just going to look at all of them. I'm going to word search hypertension. These should all be in the same. Oh, let me look at quasi. Ooh, I know how I can get there. Hold on. Stay with me here just for a second. This is important. We're talking about DIC benefits. This person deserves the absolute best. Y'all can just get over it real quick. Mediocre website here. I should have went here first. Heart conditions. What an idiot. Right here. Look at this. Quasi-presumptives. Now, I'm saying this because you said Korea and Agent Orange. I'm sorry, Korea and Vietnam are both Agent Orange areas. Get that hypertension looked at. And here's your quasi-presumptives. Hardening of the kidney, like polycystic, okay? Heart attack and stroke. Those are your quasi-presumptives there. Let me zoom in so you see that. Bam. That's probably the route I would take for this veteran right here. And I'm saying that based on not understanding the case in full, just these comments that we have. Hope that helps, dude. Now, if you've never seen the master condition list, I'll go ahead and link that for you. Go to our Mediocre website up here. More. This video right here. I'm gonna link this for you. Don't worry. Master condition list. Bam. There you go. That's how it's done, boys. Maria, thank you for being a member. VES scheduled my last CMP exam, TBI. I hate to see that, but thank you for your service. I'm getting a phone call and they're interrupting my dang music. Anyways. CMP exam for TBI with same provider 4 times now since September. I requested different provider and contractor. No, any course. So I would also request, I assume you mean through the VA, I would also request another exam through the company. And don't take this the wrong way, but you could also just reschedule. Food for thought. Okay. If I'm 80% IU, but just have burn pit issues and newly diagnosed sleep apnea, is it worth it? One of the best questions. Let's go look. So I'm going to make some stuff up here for you. Let me make sure we don't have any new donations or members, okay? Not yet. Maybe in the future we will. Let's go to the DAV calculator. I prefer the DAV calculator. If you don't, it's because you're a loser. Okay, now. You are 80. Let's just say you're a hard 80%. Okay. What would sleep apnea do? Bring you to 90. That's good, right? So there's an overall rating there, but you are TDIU at 100%. So that doesn't mean nothing to you. You still need a 50%. Okay. So let's say rhinitis is largely 10. Let's say you have sinusitis at 10. Asthma is roped in with sleep apnea. So there we go. Right. Now you have sinusitis at 50. That's different. But that's a hard 80. So you got mental health at 50%. Let's see, plantar fasciitis at 30. What do we need? 80. You have tinnitus. You have migraines at that 30. Let's say you're 78 or not 78. Let's do back. Let's do radiculopathy. 77. So 50% sleep apnea, 10% rhinitis, 10% sinusitis. You're still at 90. Okay. Now let's say you have a good 80%, 84. 50% sleep apnea, 10% rhinitis, 10% sinusitis, still at 94. So you would need that 30% sinusitis there. Right, so it depends. Now, looking at the numbers, since you're 80%, the answer to your question is probably no. From a rating perspective. Now, can you work? Do you want to work? That's a you thing. If that answer is yes, then the answer to your question is yes. Okay? So food for thought. Keep that in mind. You should become an accredited VSL. I'll tell you something I am going to do. And if you're still with us here, 212 people, if you watch this and you already left, which you won't hear this, just know your mom doesn't love you. Anyways, for everyone whose mom does love them and they are a part of this 212, I am a federal employee and I will be resigning my position here very soon. I have some very serious medical stuff, which I'll share at some point in my life with everyone. Anyways, it's a really bad situation. I'm going to resign, and when I do resign, I'm going to put in to become a claims agent. I'm not going to be an accredited VSL. I can tell you that ain't happening. I want to work for myself on my own time, and I can do that being a claims agent. I can't do it now because I'm a federal employee. So once I get rid of that title, it'll open up that option for me. Boom, nailed it. Active duty, should we write personal statements for each claim we're submitting during BDD? No. The answer to this is no, and I see this all the time. The answer is no, you should not. Okay? Claims that I suggest writing personal statements for, all the feeling claims, mental health, right? PTSD, anxiety, depression, all the feeling-based claims, or the quantitative claims. For instance, migraines, IBS. How many migraines do you have? When you take your prescribed medication? When have you refilled your medication? And I'll tell you this, your statement needs to support your evidence. A statement that's written that does not support evidence and it's in lieu of evidence, meaning you're just saying things, means a big old turd in the toilet. That's what it means, okay? It means nothing. So if you do a statement, you want it to support and outline your evidence. So all the feeling-based stuff, like your mental health, migraines, IBS, are generally three I always recommend. Your statement for like a back pain claim or a lumbar spine condition means nothing because you're going to do a range of motion test. You saying I've been at 45 degrees means absolutely nothing. A statement on sleep apnea being secondary PTSD means nothing. Right? Because we're looking at the basis of service connection is secondary, which requires a nexus that's medical in nature. You're not changing a CMP examiner's mind or a rater's mind on a statement for that claim. So it depends on what we're talking about. The answer is no, but generally mental health, migraines, IBS, okay? Maybe if you have like sinusitis, and you're looking at like the episodes, like headaches, discharge, whatever the symptoms are for that, that would be another example there. Hope that answers your question, dude, and I definitely appreciate it. Would you advise? All right, we're about to end the stream here because I got a one-on-one coming up. I do one-on-ones, and I'm not submitting your claim for you. If you want that personal one-on-one touch, though, I do recommend VetCom. Okay, absolutely recommend VetCom. They're undercutting the market. That's why I support them. It's, in my opinion, the best option for those who want to go that route. So check it out. Anyways, would you advise to file supplemental appeal for PTSD when I have a new claim for migraines and I currently have appeals for cervical spine, sleep apnea, ED? Yes. Claims don't affect other claims. Submit it. You need evidence. Once you have evidence, you submit the claim. The answer is yes. Unequivocally, the answer is yes. Sean Edwards, dude, thank you so much. And you remember, I saw your comment today, and I laughed. Amazing comment, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. I thought that was funny. All right. Let's answer a few more questions here. See how many. I'm going to try and do this a little faster. On the foot, ankle was initially told I claim wrong date of injury. When we were project told me to report, acknowledge my injury, but the report is contradicting. I don't even know what you're talking about. Thank you for being a member. Recently I'll read member chats. That's what I'll do. Recently got diagnosed for sleep apnea. What's the best route to go? Because I had a mouth guard done for teeth grinding. Was hazmat. Yeah. Submit the claim. I would go direct personally. That's what I would do. There's the option of Terra and secondary. You can always use secondary in the appeals. But with this and that, I would go direct. That's what I would do. Do you think it could, thank you for being a member, think it could be possible to get an intermediate of obesity off an asthma rating? Yeah. Depending on how severe your asthma is, you know, if your asthma is keeping you from having accelerated heart rate and breathing more, I think that would be very clear intermediate step there. We have a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Be sure to join Discord. Even if you're not a member, you can join Discord. Okay. We've already had a ton of people join from the stream. Join Discord. We have a good time in there. Okay. What if a CMP examiner is totally screwing you up and you know it? That sucks. Do you say something in the exam? No, you do not, because that's just going to make it worse. What you do is you submit evidence-based claims because you can lean on evidence. You can't lean on how you feel the exam's going. 2, you do a personal statement. You submit it immediately after the exam. 3, you call the VA and let them know that you're reporting a CMP examiner and you submitted a statement with your claim. 4, you call the exam company and complain on whatever happens. Stay away from feelings. Stay fact-based. Looking for member chats here. The CIVDIV, yep, that's exactly what happened to me, was the facts found. Perfect example of changing your effective date, which is something the VA kind of uses as like a uppercut right to the dome when you need it most. Timothy Morris, hello, I hope you got your paper finished. I did. Now I still have more to do. I have 2 more. I would like to ask, what's the quickest way to get my C file? Oh, man, FOIA. There's no quickest way. It's going to take 6 to 9 months. I hate that answer. Do it now. Don't wait. You will forget about it by the time you forget it, or by the time you actually do get it. Happy NES. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Real praise. Thank you, Real praise. Thank you so much. And you're a member. Thank you. I'm trying to get through some member chats here before we dip out. Texas Eric, I wish you and your family well. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. Praise the Lord. It stays next to me. I also do schoolwork down here. So I'm in theology school for youth ministry. So you would imagine I have to use that a lot. Chat GPT. That is an option. But we like VeteranAI. VeteranAI.co, absolutely solid, okay? Because it pulls from CFR and M21 TAC 1 specifically versus the broad internet. What will happen if you add a new condition to a current claim? Nothing. It just becomes a new claim. That's it. You can do that, though. When during the claim process, is it a good time to submit FOIA for request CMP after decision? I would personally wait till CMPs are finalized so you make sure you get everything. Now, it's going to take a long time, so you're going to get it anyways. But generally speaking, people file FOIAs when they've exhausted all their options, and now they're facing either 1, their P&T and they just want it, or 2, they're about to start the appeal process and you're going to want your C file. You can link to Discord. Awesome. I actually might start doing that. Can you look deeply into the asthma rating if the requirements are all met with medication? At that point, does the FE? Yes, it does matter because your medication would directly correlate with that specifically. And then you look at medication and the use of medication. The VA is supposed to rate post-medication, which absolutely sucks, by the way. So if you've gotten better, the VA is supposed to rate you as if you've gotten better. Thank you for your email. I'm so glad you decided to join as a member. I appreciate that. I hope I answered your question. That's the alarm I have to hurry up. Thank you, Pappy. I appreciate that. On the fires and riots, pull your orders up. Some were state, some were federal. Yes, absolutely. I want to make sure we answer as many as we can before we leave. Lynn, what's up? Have you seen any VA ratings for... No, I haven't. But I'm looking at cervical, and I don't know what caused that. Like if it's impact damage, maybe some TBI and some neurological. That's where my head goes to first. And I remember your situation, and I think you have a lot of neurological stuff happening, like with your migraines as well. So it sounds like a super easy claim. But to answer your question, I haven't seen it. Nathaniel, I'm a member, but only partially cool because my Discord won't sync up. Hey, you should message Nuclear Chicken in Discord. He will help you out. Okay. And try to use AME for a Nexus. Hey, they're a great option. If that's the road you're on, the path you're on, AME is a great option. Yep, there we go. Boom. So reach out to him. He's got it. Dang, Nuclear's all over it. Let's look. Can you get separate ratings for DDD and neck and lower back? Yes, always. That's how the spine's rated. There's the cervical spine, neck pain. There's your thoracolumbar spine, which is middle and down. Separate ratings always, not roped together. Good to go there. They rescheduled 4 times. That. I hate to see that. I hate to see that. SF Clay, simplify to you. Your past videos on property tax exemption 100% was instrumental. That's awesome. Thanks a million. Hey, thank you. You know, every time we make videos like that, people say, oh, everyone already knows that. Yeah, you do. But there's new, like people learn about this stuff every day. There are new veterans every day. Should do a video on using ChatGPT. Oh, dude, I'm so far ahead of you. Look up VeteranAI, okay? You can search VeteranAI, VeteranAI.co. Whole playlist I have on using AI for your claims. ChatGPT is good, but it's not tailored to veterans specifically. At least that's the argument I would make. All right. I send examples of HLR statement if you ever get time. Appreciate your feedback. Okay. Nope, I saw it. HLR is the option. There were some things that are weird about what you were talking about, like the 11 deployments. I think we have different definitions of deployment, but I would be curious if he was in 5th Fleet AOR and he would know if he was. Basically passed through the Suez or came from the Pacific into like the Gulf of Aden, Oman, things like that. I would start there first. Also, anytime. Thanks for helping. Hey, thank you. You got this. Thanks, C-Max. Appreciate that. Make sure you try and sync from a computer and not your phone when you link Discord and YouTube. Yes, use a computer. That is the way. Last chat, and I got to do this one-on-one. Oh, my goodness. What great timing. So this is last chat. Yes, I do one-on-ones. You can join the Discord and look that up. Okay. I'll answer your question, WE. Sorry you don't get to see my face. Do a quick spill on getting a diagnosis from urgent care online docs. Had a 1 STR entry from 20 years ago. Athlete's foot got re-diagnosed, got connected. Yes, you need a current diagnosis, current and chronic. Urgent care is a way to go that route. I would prefer your primary treating physician or referred care, whatever that looks like for you. But a diagnosis is critical. AME is able to do diagnosis. And if for some reason you can't get one from your primary care, or you don't have that option, like you don't have primary insurance for whatever reason, that is another option from the online perspective. But absolutely, yes. W.E. Wilson, great super chat. I appreciate that. That's all I got. I know my screen's black right now. That's all I have. I got a one-on-one to go to. Thank you very much for everyone who stayed. And if you didn't stay, you're not going to hear this, but you suck. Thank you very much.